Hey, my people. Hi, guys. Good morning. This is Diary of a Coach, episode 357. 357. We're 8 episodes away from closing our diaries on Facebook. 8 episodes away before we say bye bye to Facebook diaries. How are you doing? It's the season of the lockdown. Mr. President has finally spoken to us, and finally, we are looking forward to 11 p.m. when movements will be restricted officially. It's been a week already of self imposed lockdown, and now we're going into the government imposed lockdown. Be it as it may, we have always prepared for this moment. This week, remember, is the week of being resourceful and the week of creating solutions. So, we are preparing for an increased restriction, and everybody is expected to stay indoors or at least regulate your movements. Today, I want to talk about something that is common sense but may have been overlooked by many people. Today's topic is stock your water supplies. Stock up your water supplies. That's today's topic. We don't know how long this crisis is going to go on for. We don't know how much supplies these vendors would have. We don't know how far these restrictions would apply. There are many things we don't know. So, the minimum I want to encourage you to do today, because today there will be a mad stocking. I'm sure people are going to flush out, go to the market and panic buying, because of the uncertainties, because of the government's restrictions on movement, especially in Lagos and Abuja. There's going to be a crazy rush to the market again, because last week was a crazy rush. Today is going to be another crazy rush, and people are going to be buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. You will buy food, you will buy sanitaries, you will buy, utilities. Please, my focus this morning is please buy water. Please buy water. Please buy water. Buy as much water as you need. If you are the type who drinks pure water, buy bags and bags and bags of pure water. For my international audience, pure water in Nigeria is a sachet water. Sachet water is water that is made and sold in sachets. If you are the type who drinks bottled water, like myself, please buy packets and packets and packets of water. Very, very important. In my store right now is a good quantity of packets of water, because when the chips are down, you need to sustain on water. Remember, one, power supply in Nigeria is very terrible. Power supply is terrible. It's not encouraging, it's not available. So you would have to contend with power supply issues. Two, the weather is hot. This season is hot, so you are likely to be rehydrating as more than usual. It's not the cold season when we take less, because we burn more energy, because we give up more water, we dehydrate faster during the heat, we must rehydrate faster, which means taking in more water. So there is power issue. Two, there is weather issue, because the weather is hot. These are two cardinal reasons why you should buy more water, because you consume more water. Number three, You may live with people, and the more people in your house, the higher the quantity of water that will be consumed. It's just logical. It's just logical. The more people you have who stay in your house, the higher the quantity of water you'll be taking. It's simply logical. So you need to recognize that this is a very important element going into the lockdown. Buy as much water as you can store and store it. Some of you say, but in my house I don't have space. Where am I going to put the water? Please, if it means putting the water outside your door and guarding it, I don't know how you're going to do that. Remember, this is the week of creating solutions. This is the week of improvising. This is the week of resourcefulness. Create a resourceful plan how to buy quantities of water and store it and protect it and guard it. Now I'm going to say something very controversial. They say, give those that don't have, supply, give to people who don't have. Please use your common sense as we go into the lockdown. It is okay to be generous, but you must take calculated risks. You must be able to quantify what you need and then give from the excess of it. It is very, very risky because you want to be altruistic, because you want to be philanthropic, because you want to be a giver, because you want to help, to now give and now put yourself in jeopardy. It is not wisdom. Controversial point, but this is very important. And I don't know why I'm saying this. I hardly say this kind of stuff. Don't give supplies beyond what you may need in the lockdown. We don't know how long this will be. We don't know the dimension it will take. We don't know the scope of coverage we need. So don't be foolish because you want to help, because you want to give, because you want to support. As you go buying items today before the lockdown, ask yourself, what quantities must I have minimum? There must be a minimum threshold. This is a normal supply chain thinking. This is a normal procurement thinking. This is a normal inventory thinking. Ask yourself, what's the minimum threshold of supplies I must have per time? So as you're planning that minimum threshold of supplies, you will realize that once I hit that threshold, I can't afford to give anybody anything. Everybody will be fine. Everybody will be fine. So identify or determine your minimum threshold. And once you understand your minimum threshold, whatever you are giving anybody, don't jeopardize your own family because you want to save the world. Don't be foolish, please. Please, very, very important. Very, very important. Dr. Faith Obafemi says, very important one. Seaway water has become scarce already, and higher water intake helps in preventions and control of COVID-19. She goes on to say, love your neighbor as yourself, not more than yourself. Wisdom is profitable at this season, as no one knows this will go. I almost called you doctor. Mrs. Olubumi Okono that says, very important advice. Water is life. So my people, as you go on stocking on other things, please don't forget to stock on water. Sufficient quantity of water is necessary. I beg you. Don't lose sleep on that. Buy enough quantity, at least for the foreseeable future. Buy enough quantity. So, that is from me to you today. This has been episode 357 of Diary of a Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that once we hit 365, you will not see me on Facebook doing live Diary of a Coach anymore. Diary of a Coach has now evolved into a mobile app. And so it is only subscribers of the app that will have access to the daily content that we share on Diary of a Coach. We're stepping it higher. We're going into professional content. We're going into instructive content. We're going into business content. We're going into life coaching, proper content. So we're scaling up. We're doing interviews. We're doing, role model talks. We're doing a lot of more content. And subscribers to my app would have access to my books, all my books, only annual subscribers actually. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Those who have subscribed already, thank you for subscribing. And those who are yet to subscribe, I think you should take the plunge and do subscribe. Very, very important. This Wednesday, we're having a webinar on how to use your business data to stay relevant and competitive. It's going to be a free webinar. The webinar is going to be, we're going to be hosting Ricky Marcham. He's a business intelligence expert and an artificial intelligence, trainer. Some of the things we found out is people collect data, but they don't use it. You collect customer data, you collect product data, you collect, supplier data and all those kind of stuff. How does that directly impact on your business? How do you use it so that even in this period of COVID and this period of the recession, how do you mine your data so that it gives you more revenue? Because if no revenue is coming in, your business is not going to last. Your business is going to collapse. So this Wednesday, we're having a webinar on how to use your business data for business decisions. It's going to be free to the general public. We're going to announce it later in the day. So be looking out on my timeline and you will not regret it. So how are you planning to spend your recession? Talk to me. How do you plan to spend your recession? And let's take it up from there. Thank you so much for joining me on Diary of a Coach today. It's been a lovely episode 357, and I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, and stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Please stay safe. Don't forget, go and get water. Love you. Bye.